me. Like, turn the phone. Put the rotation lock on and do what the fuck you do.
I think I got a burp.
Let it out before we go on. Let's go.
No, that shit gonna go on.
Burp. Let it out.
It didn't work.
Can't help you, motherfuckers.
So I'm the only straight person here, right?
No, I'm straight.
Straight.
Yeah. Oh shit! My phone knew I was lying.
She looked like it. Right?
I got something for y'all.
Hold
You
up.
said, what you say about me, Heather?
Can y'all hear me?
Did you say I look straight?
I said she looked straight, right?
I go straight for
So
the pussy.
the trick to these mics is the front of it is the diaphragm. And
Oh.
the other side. So the
What
top
you
and
mean?
the front is the most sensitive.
Oh.
So depending on
Where you're
the
talking.
tilt,
He's describing it as like a penis.
Like this.
The top and the. I need y'all to understand. He's describing this microphone like a penis.
I gotta go like this to the back. Like
Hey Kelly, what's happening?
You know what? I'm just
The top is the most sensitive.
You're gonna feel
How do
so
I sound in
uncomfortable
your
today.
headphones?
You sound perfectly
sound
fine.
good.
I don't sound muffled enough for my
Nah, you
sound
straight,
good.
bruh.
You good.
So these headphones are trash.
The headphones are trash.
I don't like these headphones.
You
I
sound
don't like
like
recording with headphones. That's why.
And y'all all say hi to Kelly.
Hey, Kel.
What's up, Cal?
Oh, you don't even know who that is.
yo.
Love you too, cuz. You don't even know who this is. Look.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready when y'all are.
Oh, all right.
I adjusted my setup and everything.
All right, so we can just. So I need a countdown. I
You
like
still
a
need to
countdown.
count down?
It's the final
Oh wait, is the camera on?
countdown.
I'm gonna say it's the camera on. Is the
timer?
The
Want the
timer.
timer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Please.
Put the timer on. We
I'm so
gotta
sorry.
get the timer on.
You good? You good?
Who's got us live right now? Who?
Everybody's live. They probably like, she is dumb as fuck. What they saying?
We all the way to oh shit.
Are you?
It's okay, Lucky. You can catch me if I
I'll
fall.
catch you if you fall.
It's real gay. A lot of gay shit going on in this.
So
thing
you know
today.
what then? I'll just let you fall if you fall.
That's
nigga.
just fine. Let me motherfucking fall on my back. I'm fine with it.
I might just catch you with my
I'm
foot.
all
Like,
right
I
with
got you, my nigga. But I'm going to catch her with these titties.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Oh
bet.
fucking wow.
I can say. I don't have nothing to say.
Okay.
For once.
3, 2, go.
You have now tuned into another episode of In the Den, the Dominant Podcast, a platform for all walks of life to talk about the perspective of the dominant lesbian on all topics, love, life, sex, relationships, and everything under the sun. I am your host, Pat. I have my normal crew here tonight. Heather,
Lucky in the building.
We have two amazing guests with us tonight. We got our engineer,
What's up,
aka John. Unsolicited Views is his podcast, the Baltimore Podcast Studio. I'm gonna let him plug all of his stuff in at the end.
Bet.
We always try and show love because they definitely show love to us. And then we have Shy, our former teammate from the Baltimore Burn. We played football for several years. Burn for life, always. Full contact, none of that pussy shit. We ain't grabbing no flags. Full contact, as always. Shy is representing the trans community for us tonight to give the perspective of the transgender community on this topic that we have. So let's kick it off. It's so funny that John, right before we started recording, he said, "So am I the only straight person in the room tonight?"
No.
So you have, of course, y'all know, lucky confused ass. You know, it's definitely 4 gays in the straight. That should have been. That's gonna be the fucking name. 4 gays in the straight. That's gonna be the name of the episode tonight. So we appreciate you all tuning in. I wish y'all could see all these cameras and shit. It's real crazy in here for me. But definitely. So how we even got to this topic tonight was last week we ended. I'm about to hit some nerves real quick, just briefly. Is that we started off the episode, we talked about the double standards between lesbians and then feminine, straight women and lesbians. And then we had to bring John in because one of the double standards that I am most triggered by is the double standard that as a dominant lesbian that I should buy a new dildo strap, whatever you call your man's. I should buy a new one when I'm having sex with a new person, a new female. And I stand firm with my dick pointing down that I will not be buying a new strap unless we are in a serious committed relationship. So that's that. I can strap up.
What's the years of, like, how long is serious before the new strap is bought?
So like 3 months.
3 months? Okay.
Yeah, it gotta be
3 months to
like
get a new strap. It's
consistent.
like
Like we really going heavy. We're going steady at
3
this time.
months, 25,000 strokes.
Strokes. Yeah, it sounds like
But,
that. But I don't, because since somebody brought up this valid point, they said, nah, we don't ask femmes to get new vaginas that chewed up old
I'm gonna say it again.
vaginas.
But by the end of that podcast, I had you convinced that yes, I did.
Had me convinced what?
You said
We going back into it?
we can go back.
We can go briefly.
You
Okay.
literally said that if a chick brought it, y'all went together and she paid for it, you would use it.
Yeah, if we chose it. It was the
okay.
same one that I
No
know
problem.
something like that. There's no problem.
Okay.
Right.
I think the argument last week was Lucky saying if she already has her own dick,
Yeah.
can you just strap her dick
Nope.
onto your
So-
harness and use it? And
No,
my
sir.
thing with that
Go ahead,
is,
Heather.
no.
And can I say something? Because I had this conversation at the gym.
I'm not about
and
to
I
wear
don't
your
want-
ex's boxers.
Yeah, and
so I'm
I
not about to put the dick.
And
no.
listen, I'm
My
gonna say this to
exes
all the viewers.
boxers.
I don't want to disrespect nobody when I say this comment.
Oh, here we
So,
go.
so for this example that you gave, if she already has it, so what if she has like a 5-inch dildo, right?
But that's
Now,
what
wait a
her
minute.
coochie can take.
Wait a minute. Listen, I got you on that. I got you
Okay.
on that because we always want to accommodate them. I got that. But so say if she's a heavier set woman, right? And there's about 5 inches of fat
tunnel to navigate.
tunnel to navigate.
Whoa, 5 inches
So,
though? Of
not like 5 inches,
ton-
okay?
5 inches.
But I'm
Hold
saying
that shit up. Like, why
you got to, right? You
Yeah. That's,
Or you hit it from the side.
yeah,
you
like,
do.
What's
but-
happening
but-
right now?
That's a lot.
No, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
if
like,
I
not 5
don't-
inches. I'm
Like,
saying,
you
like,
talking about my
so-
600-pound life at this point.
So, listen, these black women that I know,
all
they
of
be
them
having
got a
thick
nigga
thighs.
That all the people on my 600-pound life got a nigga. I'm just saying.
But listen to what I'm
Say
saying.
that again.
Is that if she's a thicker woman down there, got them big country thighs, right? And then you try to slip in there with a 5-inch joint, and you're not skinning
It's all
yourself.
about angles, though. It's all
It's
about
true.
angles.
Listen.
But I'm saying that if I asked a straight man right now, if he had a 5-inch little ass penis, would he prefer to use a 5-inch little ass penis, or would he prefer to have been well endowed instead?
Well,
Well, if I have a 5-inch
Oh
penis,
my
all I
God.
got is a 5-inch
That's
penis.
true.
I can't do anything.
Oh
But
my
I think
God.
you gotta go to the angles.
So,
you gotta
but
learn some different
but the
tricks.
thing is that I have
That's
the ability
I
to
do
get a
agree with
bigger
that.
penis, right? Because if
Agree
he
with
had the
that.
ability to get a
Which
bigger
is-
penis, he
it's
would.
cheating. That's not
Just
fair.
saying.
A lot
That's
of
saying.
people-
What about from our guests?
So that's all I had to
Shy.
say. So shy.
Shy.
Also, answer the original question. Do you feel as though do you get a new strap when you start dealing with a new female or a new dildo?
Yes.
So okay.
Why?
Shy, I love you.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
I just want to say
Why?
I love you.
For the sake of for the sake of the fact that most women are not comfortable with certain sizes.
Okay.
And you gotta think of it, health wise. Like some of them are sensitive to certain material
Yeah.
and things of that nature. That's what I'm
That's
thinking
kind of what I
about.
was on.
pH
That's
balances.
what I mean. Heather brought up the
pH
skins.
balances.
pH balances.
We brought up the Dora
Because
skins.
sometimes you might just.
I
love
out
all of y'all,
and
but-
it might just you just
can.
slide on the skin.
You slide on the skin.
I mean,
And
no
a
disrespect, but
woman
I am
taught
not
me-
listening
want
to
a woman
Heather.
to
She
feel
washes.
comfortable as your-
Heather washes her
as
dildo
your-
in the dishwasher.
That was something she said too.
Listen,
Let's bring that back.
Not bullet
What?
in the dish.
Is that
Heather
foreign
did
to
bring
you?
that up.
That's
No.
foreign to you.
I've heard that before. I've heard that before.
I've definitely seen that done.
John
before.
is looking around.
You
I've
seen
it
that?
done before.
I think
I need y'all to. I need comments.
my take
I
was
don't even know
last-
how. I was just
I wanna
like,
hear what you
the
got,
hell?
John.
No, my
I've
take
never
was
put dishes in the
my
dishwasher.
take
though.
was the woman is in control
Thank
of the
God.
pussy. So you
There we go.
inserting
What they say?
your femininity into saying you telling what the woman what to do is not really what a man would do. For
Right.
example, if a woman says, go take a shower, do whatever before you come inside of me, or whatever you want to do,
Right.
you do that. So you to bring, say, nah, we're going to use my strap, I just don't think that's always fair if I'm a woman or any
Right.
partner receiving. Whoever's receiving they have carte blanche to say what's coming into
Absolutely.
their body.
Right, and I think that early on when I was younger, coming into the game, I felt like you had to have a big penis and all this other stuff, a big strap,
Oh,
and
why
it was
you
just
thought
like
that?
once I got more experience and I had a older woman or more mature woman told me like, nah, that's not what it is. I want something that I can work with that's comfortable for me inside,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's so I'm not saying that we out here slinging 20-inch dicks and nothing like that. So it's within a size range that should be comfortable enough for. I would say to be used in all use for most women. But I do get your point of what
Yeah.
you're saying. But I feel like it just goes to the fact that like if you could, that's why I like being a dominant woman and not a man or a trans man or anything. I like the fact that I can play both sides. I can get a 20-inch dick, or I can get something that's
That's
smaller,
not playing.
more comfortable.
Don't say
for
words
her.
like play both sides.
I'm saying like I'm not play both sides, but I'm saying this though.
You can choose what you want.
You can choose what you want. I have the ability to choose what I want.
4 words to live by. My pussy, my choice. Period. You're not gonna stick something, and I'm sorry to all the givers out there, because I feel like what you say, 4 lesbians and 4 gay and straight, whatever how y'all say.
Cool, cool.
So now I have 4 givers and a receiver. Ain't nobody sticking shit in me that I didn't buy.
That's a good one though.
Yeah.
If I wasn't there when it was purchased, it's a no-fly zone. At the end of the day, my pussy, my choice. Period. You don't like it, you can dip. It's not that deep.
It's not realistic, but
it's very realistic.
And also, I just wanted to say, you kept saying people bring up size a lot. Size is an overrated thing.
Yeah,
it
is. People that are receivers, I'm gonna usually say receiver, I'm not gonna say woman. Receivers will tell you that like that may not be the best thing. Sometimes that hurts.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
so that's not.
Sometimes it's unrealistic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Different women have different things they need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's just what it is. You can't go to every woman.
Shapes and sizes.
Yeah, you
But
can't go to every woman with a 9 like this is my 9.
That's
this is what we do. That's it.
I personally
Like,
have
no, get out.
very, I would say a common size. I don't have.
What size is your penis?
So I would say it's about a 7.5. That's very common. I wouldn't.
What
I'm not
width?
going to. I think it's like 2. I can't
Hold on,
remember.
you can get whips
Okay.
on them shits?
Oh hell yeah!
Colors,
Everything.
ball sack,
I have
ball
lamb
sack,
skin.
veins, no veins, defined
Yeah.
mushroom head,
Okay,
no
okay,
mushroom head,
okay.
Ben, no Ben.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, Trees. Do you use condoms?
Yeah, if they ask, if it's not someone that I'm actually in a relationship with, we didn't purchase it while we're in a relationship, then yes, there is definitely condoms,
Okay.
door skins, mags, whatever. I got
So
free.
this is what I'm gonna say. And keep in mind when we're having these conversations, we're talking in general.
Mhm.
Okay. So a lot of times it's hard for people who actually practices good hygiene and good practices, even if it is a dishwasher. She cleans it. I'm just saying.
What cycle?
I'm just curious.
a specific soap that you use.
On delicate.
Is there a specific soap?
You make it cool. I
use the hot.
The temperature for real?
The hot, use the hot, yeah.
All right. Well, look. So if you practice all of these
very
good,
sanitary.
you guys practice
By
all
the
of
way.
these good things, but you have to still leave room for the people who don't. So when we're having conversation,
Okay.
we're speaking in
Okay.
general.
Very much so.
So I can't have a conversation with a person about people who don't clean their cooch because I clean mine. So what I'm saying to you is there are girls out here who are very, 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 very irresponsible.
Yes.
They have sex with girls with the same strap. They don't always clean it and everything else. So just because that's how you are, when we're having a general conversation, you have to keep in mind that we're talking about the other people too.
Yeah, and that's
so
why
as a female, if you are practicing good health and hygiene for yourself, if you're responsible, you're gonna have your own strap. I'm just being honest.
For some.
I agree.
For some, I know that more in my experience, more women have. If they do have a strap, most of them have vibrators more so. And they have more vibrators and they vary in size and features and all types of shit than I've seen them have actual dildos.
I got a very straight question to ask y'all.
Please.
A very straight question.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So if
straight.
why do women still want dick?
There we go. That's on my
It's
paper.
penetration.
Is that what it? Okay.
I mean,
It's still penetration, and I feel like because that's one of the questions I was gonna say. Like, that's the first thing a man always asks.
Yeah,
Straight
that
males
is the
always
first
ask.
question.
It's just like, well, why she want to be with a woman that dress like a man, but she's still taking penetration or still taking dick?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I feel like sex is one of the most open things. I feel like there should not be any limits to sex. Personally, I feel like sex is something open and should be explored. I feel like we only tap into a small percentage of our sexual fantasies. I feel like people could go wilder with sex if they wanted to.
oh, look who's been reading over the weekend.
So,
wow.
this is my
got
I'm a
So,
freaky heart. So
You believe that all the way around the board? Men, straight men, gay men, gay women, straight
Yeah.
women, black men, white
I
men.
feel like
Okay.
everybody should be open to. If I'm not judging you if you at the sex convention. I'm not judging if you getting a toot from down Charles Street. I'm not judging you if you leaving a strip club with a female. I'm saying, be open and explore all avenues of sex. I feel like. With my ex-girlfriend, one of the first conversations that we ever had was that, what's your deepest, darkest fantasy for sex?
That sounds like a whole podcast episode.
Yeah, and it is. and I appreciated us for having that conversation because I have never had that conversation with another woman.
Okay.
So it's just like, I feel like if you like penetration or something like that, then that's fine with me. But that I shouldn't be trying to say, a man shouldn't be trying to say, oh, you trying to be a nigga because you penetrating a woman. No, she want penetration.
I got one more. I might have a couple more of these.
Please.
I got another straight ass question.
Go ahead.
Why does it seem like a lot of I don't like LGBTQ relationships are so sex dominant? Sex is the center of the relationship.
Because we've been deprived our whole damn lives, and now we got
sex?
to catch up.
Oh shit, no.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It just appears to me from my vantage point, because what happens is relationship is so much more than sex. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But it seems like sex is the focal. Sex is everything.
What you just say? That's just for lesbian and gay relationships. You wouldn't say that's for straight too?
You don't hear about it as you hear about it not at the same. But hear me out. It's emphasized more in the gay community. I feel as though that's just my opinion. I'm just. Teach me, tell me different.
I would think different.
Oh, you think different? Okay.
I would think completely different. If anything, females too. I can't speak from two dudes because I ain't a dude, but females are emotional.
Okay.
So when you thinking about two females, you're talking about two emotional beings.
And even
if it starts off sex, a lot of girls be like, yeah, I can have sex and not leave my feelings on the sheets.
Yeah,
you lying,
motherfucker.
You lying.
I think most men that's not true.
Yeah, but that's a lie. So when you think about two females together, like it's not just sex. It might be the way that they connect. Because you know, different people have different love languages. Yeah. So it might be the way that they're actually connecting, but that doesn't mean that.
The feminine energy is really what you're going after more than anything. Is that why, like, same sex, for example?
Women are nurturing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're nurturing, and I just feel like it's not so.
I'm getting a lesson in.
It's not so like boxed in. Like I feel like I said, like gay is to be free, it's to be loved. Like you can just be open with it, and it's just like it's no standards, there's no rules. Like I feel like once you cross over from like this black and white world of like being straight and heterosexual, have kids, get married, and it's like you step into this gay world is kind of like we represent peace, we represent the rainbows, variety, like, and we can explore all options. That's why it's just like sometimes and people get on me about the stuff and stuff shit, or I still practice a lot of gender norms in dominant in feminine relationship because I was raised by men, Okay. So I even get some type of backlash because I'm not as open-minded as I should be as a person of the LGBT community, But
you don't have to be.
I don't have to be, but I'm just saying that some of the things that I talk about or the standards that I live by, some people were lucky. For example, lucky is 100%. Some people say she's open. I'm
gonna love who I want to love, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Whereas though I'm like, yeah.
And then kind of clarify when I said being deprived. Not everyone grew up being able to be open.
Yeah,
most of us didn't.
Most of us didn't. So I think most people around my age started being sexually active around between 14, 17, right? But you have a gay boy in a small town with one stoplight. He's deprived. So then when he turns 18 and moves to Baltimore,
he hit
but
I think she's talking about.
But they also see what they want us to see.
But
they look at gay people. They look at like the gay people, the gay pride. They will put that all over the newspaper, but they won't look at the little stand in the corner that has like support resources for people. They just want to show the flamboyant side.
And because we push the limits against society with us, we're not the norm. We weren't the norm for so long. So what do they do with people who are not the norm? They label. They give you all the negative labels. That's one thing. And then also to your point about the sex is that for so many years it's just like you think that like we would label anything that had to do with gay had to do with AIDS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Late 80s, early 90s had automatically do with AIDS. What is AIDS associated with? Sex. So then they therefore puts us right into that category.
So you saying that could be my conditioning of just society?
Yeah, definitely.
I see.
So think about this. All right, so like a lot of movies I saw, the teenage movies, the chick flick movies or whatever, you'll see in the girls' dressing room, the girls are walking around naked and oh my gosh, look at your boobs, all of that. It's not like that in the girls' locker room.
No.
We all in the, you just try and get dressed so you see what they want you to see.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
And they want to see us before this is, now that we're more accepted.
I was boob watching.
See us as, boy, it's creep.
Boob watching early? Though. Boob watching for a long time?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, my life. I mean, like, I'm going to ask you a gay question. How old were you when you realized you like titties?
Oh, that was very early on.
Hell yeah.
It was the same way.
Shit, my mama had a hunger. I was
Until you
like,
got exposed
damn.
to ass,
My teachers.
Until you get exposed to ass.
Yo, my teachers, I had this fat joint, Kimberly Easton. I don't know where
Oh,
you
shit,
at.
why you
Where
saying
I'm from.
names?
I'm
You put
from
her name
out there?
Somebody know.
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
when I tell you, she used to bump out desks with that ass when she used to walk
Ass.
through. Boy, that was 4th grade, boy. I knew I was gay then. I was
Trees, check your
hooked.
DM tonight.
Hey, listen, let me know.
Like, do y'all prefer ass or titties? Is that like still a
I
thing?
like thighs. My number one
Okay,
rule is your thighs
Thighs.
must touch. I just love.
Oh.
Go ahead.
So,
You good?
So okay, so we got the thigh. What do you
My
use?
thighs.
I like
do you
ass.
You like ass? What you
I
like?
have to grab ass.
Ass. What you like?
I'm a ass.
Oh, okay. So I'm the only titty fan.
I'm a
I don't despise the
Titties,
titties.
man.
Just-
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Ass
so I
first.
literally had
Like
this.
yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Mark. I literally had this conversation with Mr. Mark today at work. I know it was unorthodox to even have this conversation at work.
It's okay.
And I said, okay. He said, you like titties, don't you, Lucky? I said, yeah, I love titties. He said, shit, I'm an ass man. I said, oh nah. I said, let me tell you this.
Covered at you.
I can lay in a bed with a bitch with big titties and no butt, and I'm all right because I'm all smothered up. I cannot lay in a bed with a girl with a big butt and size 8 titties. That is a boy with a
about
big
the
ass
nipple.
butt. I don't want that.
It's nothing better than a chocolate nipple in my mind. I like
What size
nipples.
chocolate nipple?
Well, I like the one got that little droop titty.
Okay.
Oh shit, a little droop titty. Oh shit.
Let me get
Droop
myself.
titty.
They got different.
Not saggy. It got the little hook. It got the little.
Oh,
that
so
nipple,
the-
boy.
oh, the one that
It
sits.
sit, boy.
Oh,
That sit.
okay. She like them perky.
Nice
All
and
right.
perky.
But I have lately dated someone without both. She
No
was very
titties and
small.
no butt?
She was very small, very skinny, very small. She had lost a lot of weight. And she
God
got.
bless you.
Are you still dating
but
her?
listen. When I tell you, one, I would say it's the best sex I've ever had. I know I'm about to get in trouble. Best sex I've ever had. She was more flexible. She was more open. It was crazy. Because I'm telling you like this, as someone, and you two both can speak for me, who has dated all the fat asses. Them joints be lazy.
So you saying
Your fat asses.
Some of them joints be
Have been
lazy.
lazy.
Some of them joints be lazy. Some of them joints be lazy. Some have it. I'm not gonna take away. I'm not gonna say all of y'all because I might get in trouble.
Take the
Some of them be pillow princess, but I'm not even gonna say pillow princess. But some of them aren't as active as I experienced with this smaller young lady.
I'm not even about to lie to you. I had a girl with a real big butt.
It's some of
you
them.
was crying.
Some,
Oh, shit.
It's some and some don't. Some and
It's
some
that
don't.
teacup
Some and
in
some
the
don't.
sunken place.
So,
I don't want to drive the conversation. I got a lot of questions, but I'm
No,
gonna
Let's go.
Nah, come
Nah,
on.
because
Yeah.
I'm about to say because first and foremost, side boob I think is underappreciated. Side boob.
I love side boob.
Ooh, yeah, you can.
Very underappreciated.
I love side boob. What?
Ah.
Get the.
Side profile, like you can get a lot.
yeah,
there.
you can get a lot there. Yeah, I'm
But-
I'm a peeper. I be walking down the street.
So
I'm
at
not-
what? I hate this. Another straight question. This is number 3. At what point did you know?
We know that you're straight, so stop saying straight.
No
question.
straight question. I'm giving it straight. Because
We
I
know
feel
you
as though-
straight.
Nah, this is why. No, this is why I say that because a
It's
lot
sorry,
of
I'm about
times
to bring that. I'm ready to bring the heat on his ass.
Oh, you gonna bring
I
the
feel
heat
like
on?
it's some ignorance.
But-
Like I feel like we got a lot of ignorance with us.
All right, well, come on.
So that's what I'm saying. All these questions are really my ignorant straight questions.
Well, you
All
don't
right.
know what
Well,
you
I
don't
feel
know.
like
Right.
So, yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
feel
Go
like
ahead.
this, right?
Come a little closer to the mic. Make sure we get you.
Most of all, you hear me?
Yeah, we good. We good.
Most of all, I look at society like this now. A lot of people do that and they assume things because they really are not educated.
Right.
So I feel like when a person comes to me and asks me a question, I tell them, ask me a question. Don't sit there, assume.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's
I
it.
said that on the first. That's
Lack
my
of
motto.
knowledge.
And
That's your
what
ignorance. It's
cued
all
you
right.
to have that mindset because of, like you said, society, because you are not knowledgeable.
Yeah, I think that's
I
what
can't
that
be mad at
is.
somebody. That's just like me. I'm trans. I can't be mad if somebody comes to me and calls me my old name.
Thank you. So listen, we just had this
I can't.
conversation. Listen, I'm gonna let her talk about.
I can't be mad at y'all if y'all
Let
still
him
call
talk
me
about his
Shanika.
trans. Yeah, and see,
I can't.
and listen, and you heard me slip up and say her because the last time I seen Shy was over 5, 6, maybe 7 years
Yeah.
ago,
Yeah.
and so I wasn't a part of the transition, So this is all new to me. And when I talked to him the other day and I asked for the story behind the transition. I was so happy that Shy said, like, I don't get mad at people for slipping up because he knows it's not ill intent. You know, it's no ill intent, and then you gotta think about like, shit. This is very new to me. Like,
yeah, I mean, you're going to slip.
Every day is I'm gonna slip up and stuff like that. So I appreciated that because I've been in circumstances or environments where as though people automatically get an attitude. You trying to disrespect me? You don't know your pronouns. And
but that's because some people you don't know people's experiences.
They want to be called. They feel like that's what they want to be called. Yeah. That's what they got on. People.
And you also don't know their experiences. What they might have already experienced from somebody being an asshole.
But the thing is that that's just like I don't get offended when certain people say he or she or get my shit confused, and it's just like I gotta address them. It's that we chose to go against what society deemed as normal, correct? So therefore, I can't have this mindset that every time somebody says the wrong pronoun or that is disrespect. I can't do that because
it's disrespect.
I can
how
tell.
To carry it after
That's exactly how they carry it after that. Now, if I correct you once or something like that, or I feel like the intent is different, then I'm on your ass and I feel disrespected.
Yeah.
You know,
disrespect ain't okay for nobody.
No, it ain't. But I'm gonna say this though: everybody handles things differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I can only speak. I told you, I got a son that's transgender. Right. So at the end of the day, like, just being disrespected and people refuse to call you by your name and they calling you by your past name and they doing it out of disrespect, and you'll always be a girl in my eyes and say little shit like that to you. So unfortunately,
that's when I cut that person off.
Exactly.
That's it.
But unfortunately, sometimes in the world, your experiences will put this monkey on your back where you feel like everybody out there like that. Yeah. So I mean, even with your experiences from the other podcast we had about the bathroom situation,
right? But I don't go in there just looking. If someone does that, I don't automatically be disrespectful to them or be heinous or aggressive and stuff like that. Yeah, I might correct them and stuff, but I'm talking about I've been in situations where as though it's an automatic attitude, it's automatic cursing and aggression and stuff like that. And it's just
you you'll catch that too.
I ain't your enemy. You know, I slipped up.
My hats are off because it's like I already know how it is as a black man. So as a black man, say also in the LGBT community, that shit got to be rough, man, because people always got some shit to say. Yeah. So that's hard. That's hard. It's very courageous.
To Shy, before you even go into your story, one of the questions that my brother brought up about this episode, and he wanted to ask, was that, I'm going to read it from him. He said, why is it okay so he said, so is a straight woman dating a transgender man considered a lesbian? That's the first part of the question. Then he went on to say, well, why is it not okay for a straight man to date a trans woman and be labeled gay?
Because most of us consider ourselves trans men, which means we're mostly on the heterosexual side in a way. We consider ourselves mostly heterosexual.
So if a straight woman dates you, then she should still be considered as a straight woman.
I feel like she should be considered as who she want to be considered as.
Okay.
Honestly.
So that's where it goes into.
Like if she comes to me, she's a bisexual. She's a bisexual.
Right.
She's straight. She's straight. She's a lesbian. She's a lesbian. You're just dating a trans.
Got you.
You know
and see, I like your mindset with that. But to his point, he said that doesn't go for men. And just like John said,
we don't have that fluidity.
You brought it up. You brought it up last week.
It doesn't happen at all.
Not at all.
You brought that up last week, John.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Men don't have fluidity at all.
At all.
So it's kind of, even within the LGBT community, a lesbian is more accepted than a gay man is ever accepted. Especially a gay black man.
I'm about to say black
man.
Definitely unaccepted. But it's just, I guess one thing I was going to say is just like, in another podcast I listened to, they asked this question. Do you think it's appropriate, if you're trans, to identify that you're trans in the dating process?
Yes.
First hand. Okay.
First hand, because there's a lot of people, that's why a lot of people getting killed.
Yep.
A lot of people getting steered wrong, and I think that is wrong, and that is a manipulative thing for them not to know who you are.
Yeah. And
when I first met my friend, I told her straight off the bat, I'm a trans man. We had a good conversation.
And that was that.
Because it was a lot of kickback saying that we shouldn't have to do that still, which I think is out of safety. I would. Yeah. But people still feel as though now once I'm trans, I'm a man. So now you shouldn't.
I don't have to identify.
I think that's important. I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
Especially with women, I'm gonna say with women. That's why I've said on the podcast several times.
You know what I'm saying? Like me.
Oh, come closer to my
one. Yeah, you gotta stay here.
You gotta know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I know who I am. I know I am a trans man. So people ask me what I consider to be trans man.
But you don't just say man.
I do say man. I do consider myself as a male. He.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I'm trying to read.
Mm-hmm.
But other people, but you've probably experienced, because I have experienced other trans men or trans women that no, I am a woman, I am a man. They don't associate the trans part. They solely associate themselves with either male or
woman.
female.
Yeah. Okay.
And so even my sister, you know, she's trans, and I always tell her, you know, please be upfront with these guys when you're dating, because I don't want you to die out here because they feel like you manipulated them, or they feel like they've been bamboozled or something.
Really.
Yeah,
That's
they pride
all it
hurt
is.
really.
Yeah. Pride hurt. You love who you love, but then your pride get hurt, and then all of a sudden you just don't love them no more.
And I had to tell her is the fact that, like, you can be as beautiful as you want to look. You can try to emulate a woman as much as you want to, but at the same time, understand that that's not who you were born as, and that's you know, understand that a man's pride is one of the hardest things in life. You know, it's fragile, but it's something that they try to make so hard and try to defend all the time. So it's just like when you kind of you make them feel a certain way, they liable to kill you. And then we see a lot of our trans sisters out here dying because of that.
It's bitch shit too. I'm just letting you know, because at the end of the day, that's not a reason ever to kill nobody, because you found out you love somebody. You don't. It's really not you, because you're really not accepting of how other people feel about your love.
Exactly.
So it's just bitch shit. I don't think killing. I think that's like the crazy.
I think we can't even like. At the end of the day, you start talking about somebody's mental state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You see a lot of different things, and I know, like, I've been in the community forever and a day. And I can tell you this, a lot of times when you see people get killed, like not like transgender, I can't speak on that. I'm talking about back. Like, it'll be things like where this person was sexually abused and they had episodes while that person was there. Yeah. It's a lot to it. So when you start speaking on things like that, you're speaking on people's mental state.
Right.
You know?
And you're speaking on them suppressing their sexuality. How many men suppress their sexuality because of the lack of fluidity that they have?
You have to be. As a woman,
I know how that goes.
As a woman can come out and say, "Yo, I'm bi-curious, not even bisexual, bi-curious. Let's just use curiosity." And you say, "Oh, yo, you thought about sleep with a chick?" And if she sleep with a chick, and then she say, "Yo, I ain't messing with no chicks no more. That ain't for me." Dang. It's alright. But if a dude do it, see, y'all have this mentality that once this guy is gay, he's gay. He's gay.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
if you tell a woman. I'm about to say it was a TV show.
It was an episode of Insecure.
Was it Insecure?
When the dude was like, I got head from a guy.
Yeah.
And she could not get over that.
She couldn't get over that. And it was a show called, what is it called? Love is Blind? No, Love is Blind?
Oh, no.
Was it Love is Blind?
The circle.
Yeah, Love is Blind on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he was getting to know the girl, but then towards the end of it, he said...
Oh, the black dude.
Yeah, the black couple.
He said, I'm bi.
The black couple.
And she
said, hell
the fuck
no.
out.
But then he kind of, all the bitch and him came out. He still talking about her. Yeah. He was seeing this shit.
He was tripping. They was sitting by the pool.
Throwing the ring. So he got on his saucy Santana.
He got on his saucy shit. Yo, he definitely got on his saucy shit.
So how
John,
soon
you got more
be?
questions, right?
No, I'm not gonna filibuster the pot. But how soon should that be said?
Immediately. I really feel like it. Like I told you, like when I was looking on the dating sites. Shout out to the trans community because they did the best communication on every trans profile I saw. It was the first line, like bold, all caps, all of that. It's like, I am transgender or I'm a trans man, and I was
That's
just like,
what I was
thank
doing.
you.
I was putting on my.
You got to put it up top.
I was single, and I was putting on my profiles in caps. I am a trans man.
Yeah, and I think that in this generation,
you can't ever say somebody lied to you. Yeah.
So John, would you date a trans woman?
I would have a hard time. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
And even
lying, I would have a hard time.
No, I wouldn't.
I had a hard time.
I'm trying to be
Wait a minute,
no.
You know what? No, it's not for me.
I don't think I don't think that's for me either. I don't think that's
you wouldn't date a trans woman.
So you're a dom, you're a trans man. The ignorance in me.
Yeah.
What would be the difference?
That's a man.
Dating somebody, or you talking about the difference in our
that
sexuality?
Is a man.
That's a man.
So that's a man.
That's a man.
You a dom.
I'm a dominant woman, so that's what I was going to explain. Is that when people try to say, "Oh, you dress like a man," so that means you're trying to be a man. I am a dominant woman. Okay. I do not want to be a man. My hat is off to you all. My hat is off to feminine women. if clothes didn't come with a label to say man or female, then I wouldn't probably have to identify so much as a dominant lesbian. But because these clothes are purchased out of the male section, then you men and women in this world, now I'm put in this box.
So but it's not your strap, it's just the clothes.
It's not my strap because, again, I feel like the sex is fluid. I feel like I don't want to be stereotyped just because I use a strap. That does not make me a dominant woman. What makes me a dominant woman is because I feel as though I bring about all of the dominance in me. My dad raised me more so. I've always been a tomboy, so he more so raised me and groomed me as opposed to my sister now, as my mom raised her. So it's just like, I do have a lot of dominant characteristics that through life experiences continue to increase. I had to be the matriarch of my family at a very early age. I had to hustle. I had to sell drugs. I had to do all of these different things to make sure I had, and my child had to live it, had food and stuff like that. And my family was good. So through that, it kind of pushed me more so into the dominant mindset. And then on top of that, it goes into me just being a lesbian. So I think that me being a lesbian is just one thing. Me being a dominant lesbian then deems me, not a feminine lesbian, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I want to be a man at all.
But she's still a woman. She's a woman.
Still a woman.
Right. 100%. She's a woman. That's
I'm
what it is.
still a lesbian at the end of the day, and I feel like the more mature and the more I grow, I feel like I'm starting to really understand that, I don't have to take on those societal norms of you're a dominant woman, you can't like your breasts, this, that, and the other, as I used to think.
Who said that?
You don't understand. Like, for me, it was just like when you're a dominant lesbian, you get these depictions.
You're a dom. You're not a butch.
You get dreads and my mom said it to me early on. She told me, like, you're not wearing cornrows, so you either going from these other, as she used to call it, bull daggers. She used to say either you gonna have a haircut or you gonna get dreads. Which one you choosing? And I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get dreads then. So it's just like society kind of puts us in this box and labels us as things that we should have and stereotypes that go along with the dominant women.
Well, the hair thing comes from like I don't even understand.
Definitely understand where you coming from with that, and even with that, before I transitioned, like way back when I was a lot younger, I had a situation like that with my mom, and it was like she didn't know which way I was going, but she figured that I was going to go with the feminine route. But at the same time, I was always still tomboyish. So once I grew my dreads, well, they're gone now, but once I grew my dreads,
we remember.
She just was like, oh, okay. So now you're like,
all right. So let's ask the question: Why? Why do you feel like the hairstyles for dominant women are cornrows, buzz cuts?
We don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. Society.
But I feel what she's saying. Like,
I don't feel like that's society.
Like,
I honestly, what I always said. When I get to be who I want to be and they can't dress me how they want to dress me, my hair is going to be done this way because I hate perms. I hate the blow dryer and I hate all of that gel. And that was my thing. So I don't know, so you feel like society is saying that if you are this is what your hair look like? Because then what about stems?
What do they have?
What they got John? I know your face. I'm so sorry.
John wasn't here. John wasn't here the first episode.
What is a stem?
A stem is a girl who is basically like them, like
dominant.
Yeah. But they wear they can wear
feminine clothes.
They can wear feminine clothes, but they're still dominant.
But nowadays, because society now, men are dressed.
Why are they not gay? Like, why
they are lesbians.
Thank you, John.
Different classifications.
That's how I met you on that.
There's different classifications.
Categories of lesbians.
Okay, that fucks me up within the LGBT community. Why are y'all bringing so much fucking divide?
Thank you. I'm with John.
I love you.
Nobody else fucking just be gay. Be what I'm. What I am. Like, you don't. Why is there so many?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why is that shit?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have people who literally are not comfortable unless they put a label on something.
Mm-hmm. But that's what they're running from the label in the first place.
Okay, but listen. Even though they're running from the label, listen to me. This is my whole issue. We fight hard not to be a man and a woman, but then you come into a gay relationship and it has to be a dom and a femme. Yeah. And that femme is gonna have those gender roles of a woman, and the dom is gonna have those gender roles of a man. That is crazy to me. So then when and I'm gonna be honest, I've always just been me. I never cared.
Right.
So when you have people like me who are like, yo, I date what I want. I'll date another dom if I choose to. Because my qualities are very aggressive. because people don't really understand the feminine side of me because you don't really see it like that unless I show it to you. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna date what I want. Then they looking at you like, oh, you're weird. No, I'm not weird. You're weird. Mm-hmm. You're weird because you fought so hard to get out that box and put yourself right back in it. And I don't understand it. And it's like, okay, bet. I don't understand doms who feel like because I'm a dom, I can't like penetration. If you like penetration, you do. I enjoy it, but I like titties over top of me. And I don't want no hairy chest ass nigga or no ball slinging. I want some titties. I want to suck on them. I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of shit right now. But I'm just saying, I'm big. I'm always gonna be me. At the end of the day, we cannot keep putting ourselves in the boxes. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
But I think
I've dated a transgender.
It goes all.
Did you know that?
Roles.
I didn't know.
I dated somebody who knows you. I was kind of scared you was gonna say it, so I'm gonna just say it first.
Really?
When I met you, I thought you would date everybody. Like you seem like a very open.
I am. I'm very open. I believe in love. You know what I'm saying? If you close your mind up and you just say, hey, I'm looking for this girl and she got to look like this and she got to be feminine in this. A lot of the times when we all are unmasked, even men.
Yeah.
We're all emotional creatures.
Yeah.
We're all human beings. We all have feelings.
That's the weirdest shit when somebody say I'm emotional. What the fuck? Everybody's emotional.
Yeah, like bitch, anger is. I had to tell a motherfucker like anger is emotion.
Yeah.
Just because your go-to emotion is anger and mine is like, bitch, what?
Can I say this as a emotional specialist? This is what I do for a living. I feel like I've been giving out the emotions wheel because I feel like we're not taught all of the emotions. Oh, yeah. So we automatically go to the norms. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry.
People don't even know what the emojis mean and shit.
Thank you. They don't even know. So it's just
the
like,
emojis like, I don't know what the fuck that means.
So I had to, somebody told me.
Wait, you say emojis?
Yeah, the emojis are just different emotions.
That's all it is. Emoticons.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Don't do that because I have literally been known to send the wrong emojis.
Oh, you send the wrong ones?
And
you gotta get her a wheel.
Okay. Get your wheel attached with the emoticons
okay.
on there.
And not on purpose, but I literally had a girl that responded and say, you want to do what? And I'm like, what?
Yeah. So we gotta help Lucky out. But I challenge our viewers to really look into it. You can Google it. The emotions wheel is up there to really just get to know. I think that's one thing that I'm like practicing, but really learning the difference of you're not sad, angry, or mad. You're disappointed. So that's something that people don't understand. It's just like we gotta start using that word disappointed. You're not mad at me. You're not sad.
Yeah, mad is that's an extreme.
That's an extreme. But there's levels in this will to where as though we need to learn these different adjectives to describe our emotions. And so I challenge everybody to start doing that because just yesterday, I'm known as the Tin Man. Like people have labeled me as the Tin Man because of my dominance, because of I don't get to show my emotions all the time because I'm the fixer, I'm the Superman, so I don't get to show my emotions. The Leo, but it's just like when they do come out,
it's a problem.
I'm roaring and I'm going crazy.
It's a problem,
and then it's a problem.
Like somebody fucking head over.
Yeah, but I've given you ample times to give me an opportunity to express myself. But because you don't think I have emotions, in the whole conversation yesterday, I was just label. I was pointing fingers, and I'm just like, when everything was done, I said, "Did you once ever ask me how I felt?"
Exactly.
No. Oh, because you don't show your emotions that I didn't think.
Give me a chance to.
Wow.
Make me feel like it matters. Yeah. Because if you're not gonna make me feel like it matters, first of all, I'm gonna cater more to you anyway. Even though because that's just who we are naturally. Yeah. Right. So I'm gonna cater more to you anyway. But damn, show me that you actually care about how I feel, and then I'll open up and I'll give it to you.
Making somebody feel safe.
You know, period. Make me feel like it matters. You know,
it's kind of like you throw out the bait. I give you a little bit to see what you can do with that, and if you
fuck it up,
you'll never get it again. Right. Yeah. But if you give me a little, I'll give you a little, and I'll give you a little more.
But I think it goes into that stereotype of you pretending to be this dominant or man, and I think that even feminine women, lesbian women, still have a hard time deciphering the whole thing of us being. You want to play a man? You want to be a man?
Still a woman.
You be a man. No,
we running from that together.
I am a woman at the same time.
Rock, paper, scissors. Who's killing it?
You saw the thing that I sent you yesterday off of the Stud Meets World. So the girl, it was this little stud girl. She was laying in the bed and she was talking about, don't you hate it when you talking to a femme and she like, wow, my voice is deeper than yours. Oh, yeah. That was funny. And she was like, yeah, my voice is deeper than yours and my ass is fatter and I got bigger titties. That's not my fault. That's your fault. Yeah, I got that a lot. Like when I was on the dating sites, me too. And I would be videoing. I get on the camera. I'm like, hey, and they're like, oh, you sound like a girl.
You do. You're soft.
My voice, I have a very high pitched voice
Y'all
too.
all sound like
It's
that.
Because I am a girl.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
But
Hey, John, you just did that. We are girls.
I know, just saying. Because,
John, girls are supposed to sound like girls.
Yeah, I say, why do people think y'all wouldn't sound like
because the persona.
Because of how we look. I always say
the look is not supposed to match the voice.
Yeah, people will be talking to me,
Right.
and then when I get on the phone, I guess when I'm regular, I sound one way, and then when I'm on the phone, I'm like, hey, and they like.
Yeah,
I get that all the time. You real girly. Yeah, I'm very flamboyant.
Like this lucky.
But again, I go back to those gender norms that's perpetuated by our clothes, that they think that because we wear men's clothes that we supposed to be a man, so then our voice got to be deep. And then to some of that, it goes into like my uncomfortability. Like I'm not comfortable with my breasts, and stuff like that. I hate that my voice is high pitched. All of those things. I sometimes used to have a problem with taking compliments. Like when girls say, they say, you're so pretty. I'd be like, okay. And it's like stuff that I'm now getting.
You're very pretty.
Nice I know this. I shouldn't say this to the bitches because they gonna fucking say it. But
that's just I think that's just a masculine.
Yeah, it's a masculine thing.
That's a masculine trait.
Yeah, because do you experience that?
Yeah, my wife be saying shit and I just be like.
Yeah, and that's me. That's my sentiment.
She'll say shit like, "You're beautiful. Your eyes are so beautiful," or some shit. And I had to grow to realize, like, nah, maybe they are beautiful.
Right.
But
yeah,
you
and she's telling you her perception of you.
Exactly.
You better enjoy that.
But it's uncomfortable because you're not used to. We're not taught that it's acceptable.
I got a question for Shy.
What's up?
Do you catch any hate from doms?
Not that I know of.
So they embrace you.
Yeah.
What about femmes?
No.
None.
So Shaq, can you go into like
you already know my personality.
Well, I know your personality, but
you're
talking about other people's personalities too, though.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
No, I've never came across anybody who was down me or felt some kind of way about me being who I am. No.
Why? Why they do that to me and not you?
That's you loud and shit. Because
this is a definite. You can look at him and see that this is what he's trying to do.
We don't know what the fuck that is.
What you mean? What the fuck? Wait a minute. I'm gonna be real. Hey, this before you got there. This shit go back to football. This motherfucker is still disappointed in me messing with another stud.
I'm not saying anything.
Look at the face.
I know. What did Shy say? I'm identifying with what I know, what I
all I'm gonna say is love is love.
Yeah, love is love.
Love is love. I mean, you date some chicks I wouldn't date.
And you like some chicks that I wouldn't date.
You like Silicon Valley chicks.
Yeah, and they're beautiful, very beautiful.
She like them silicone chicks.
They beautiful. Y'all know how I am.
You like the baddies.
I've always had a baddie.
So give me like a celebrity baddie so I can kind of see what your type look like. Like Saweetie?
So I don't even know who that is.
She like Jocelyn's.
No, I like no damn Jocelyn. Hell no.
No, that's not Benzino's daughter. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
who's
all right, let's do it. Celebrity crushes, go.
I just like
your type celebrity crush, go.
I don't know. It's put me on the spot. I'm different.
Somebody else go first then.
Janelle Monáe right now.
Okay, I like that. That's a good look.
That's a very good look. You see her birthday pictures? I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Them shits was nice.
I'm trying to think Ashanti.
Ashanti.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Ashanti's hot.
All right.
So Cassie is my all-time favorite crush.
Oh, so you like that? You like a very skinny petite woman?
So I'm kind of transitioning.
I'm kind of confused.
Cassie is always.
Cassie ain't got no silicone.
That's exactly because you only think about Pat from back in the day. You don't know who I date right now.
No, I'm thinking about I'm thinking about
Exactly.
episode 1 when we had this conversation with you and these
I do
silicones.
like I have no problem with a woman having fake breasts nor fake ass. I don't have a problem with that.
Heather.
I just don't.
I just like a natural woman. I do. I like
So
a natural
stretch marks.
I'm gonna be real.
I love it.
I love a
God.
I would say I need somebody that's overly beautiful. I
Okay,
need
I'm gonna be
somebody that's
honest.
got
My
drop
go-to is either gonna be Jill Scott or Nia Long. One of the two.
Oh my God, Nia's a
great
whole
go-to.
Nia's a whole nother level. They whole nother levels.
No,
God.
you said Jill Scott, didn't you?
Yeah, I love me some Jill Scott.
Okay, all right.
And I don't even mind big Jill Scott.
I got one.
Nah,
That's the chef.
I take all.
Except Michelle.
She don't really have a butt.
Forever.
I'm sorry. I saw her in concert.
I don't need no butt.
She look good.
Too common.
I mean, it's why
She's too regular.
I'm a keep.
She's too regular.
But
She too regular.
I would say like an Alicia Keys and that
Oh,
she got a little thickness. She got a little
That's
booty
what I'm
on
saying.
her.
Have
She
you
got the booty and thighs.
seen
What was
her?
that video with Method Man when she was playing the piano and she had them
I can't
she
think
had
of
them
it. It's
jeans
been
on
about 20
with
years
them knee
probably
boots.
back
With
then.
Method
I love
Man?
me.
That's
talking
a long
about
time ago.
That's a long time.
With Method Man?
It was Method Man. Yeah, you remember
I know
that?
she was
Sure ain't
on
talking
Most
about
Def.
Mary
Yeah, I know she had a lot of different.
Common, you
If I
talking
ain't
about?
got you, if I ain't got you.
Ain't that common?
Oh,
I
when
know.
it was like in the snow and they got into the
Yeah,
car and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I
If I ain't
remember
got
that.
you,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you talking
And-
about the video?
the video,
Yeah, I'm
No,
thinking
you
about
just
what the
know
name of the
music.
song
Sure that
is.
wasn't Mary J.
Hey, yo.
So can I ask y'all a
So-
question?
yeah, but
This has
it's
been burning. Like I've been wanting to ask this question for years.
I want those questions. Come on.
So check this out. What do y'all say to people that run to the LGBT community for community and acceptance when it's sometimes just a personal issue that they just need to work on?
I want to talk.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
I want to see. My thing is, bisexual women is they are. I've had a lot of
They teeter in the
arguments.
line.
I feel like that. I feel like, oh well, I'm gay. You're not gay. Oh, I like women more than I like men. No, but you still fucking both. So you're and it's like, well, why y'all don't like us? I can't.
So
relate.
y'all don't like bisexual women?
My personal.
I've dated a lot of straight women, so I can't.
Me
personally say
too.
that.
I love
I
me.
don't
can't
date
say
straight.
that
I don't date
anymore.
straight women. I don't date straight women.
I don't like dippers. I would say dippers. I don't like that sneak dicking.
That's what it is.
I don't like
sneak
No
digging.
sneak dick.
I don't like
Hey
that.
yo,
Don't say
give her
gay.
the shout out. Give her the shout out.
Shout out to Maya, because I don't want you to sneak and bring me back nothing that I don't want.
Oh,
Got that?
no
So
sneak
that
dicking.
sneak
Don't
dicking
put
Whatever
don't
shit
work.
come from
behind my
either
back
side,
and be
though.
like, oh, I love you. I'm in love with you. You're the only man for me. Oh, let's get married. Oh, let's do this. Then all of a sudden, somebody else pop up. Like, who is this? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
No sneak dick.
I meant to tell you this. You know, we need to talk.
Yeah. So my whole thing is that like when they run to
What I
our
don't
community because they've been hurt and shit
Right.
like that shit gets on my nerves. And then you'll hear the comments, bitches, them dykes is worse than niggas. They just as worse. No, we all fucking human, bitch. Just like you got your fucking issues, you don't try to run to us.
Right.
We ain't got nobody to fucking run to, bitch. How you? That's the thing
Right.
with feminine women I don't like is that they think that because they can choose to if a nigga doing wrong, then I can jump over
Right.
to lesbians. I can go
Okay.
back and forth.
I'm not off in that shit.
I'm not with that shit. Cause
Just be upfront
everybody,
with me.
cause straight men ain't got nowhere else to jump to.
Nah, not at all.
Dominant lesbians ain't got nowhere else to jump to. So I don't feel like they should be able to just abuse the privilege of having two different sex to choose from. Get your shit together, cause 9 times out of 10 it's probably I'm not gonna say all your fault to why you having these issues, but own your shit. Get your shit together. Don't come abuse our community and bring your goddamn diseases into our shit.
I'm gonna say this. I had a few chicks that have approached me, and they were bisexual or whatever, but they came off as oh, I'm bi-curious or I'm just straight lesbian. Then all of a sudden they start talking. I noticed like different trails. Like they start, how they walk.
Yeah.
You know
Start
what I'm
messing
saying?
with men and shit.
Start messing with men. I'm smelling that shit. Like females be forgetting sometimes. Like, yo, you forgot I was born you.
Right.
You.
Yeah.
So I can play
Women
both
are
sides of the
superior
coin.
investigators.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
there
are.
you
Superior
go.
investigators.
Yeah.
you know.
And then I think that like now it's just that like,
Just be honest with me.
men can provide
that's
some
hard.
different securities that sometimes dominant lesbians I'm gonna speak or feminine lesbians can't sometimes or have not gotten to just yet, especially financially. A man, they got different hustles and different things like that. We know that they make more money than us. It's a known fucking fact. We always just
I never looked at that like that. Why? That's interesting.
and that's known that they've always had made more money than us.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm saying I didn't know they with different securities. I'm just trying to figure out.
So they have different securities because we'll see that the women who I'm gonna say the bi-curious women or the bisexual women who will go and be with a man to provide that safety and security of a home, finances, and anything else that they can get from that man, but sexually attracted to women.
Yep.
So they either sleeping with their
I know a few of 'em
homegirls,
right now.
they sleeping with their homegirls to fulfill their sexual needs, or they emotionally tied to one of us. But they
'Cause
go
it's
home
quick to do that. It's quick to emotionally be attached.
they go home to these men and do what they got to do with these men to make sure these bills is paid, the kids got what they got, or they can easily have a baby with a man
Set a whole
and not have
perfect
to listen to him. Or let's go a level deeper. Or to the family, I can show up to the family cookout with Johnny the whole time I'm texting Pat on the side. The whole time I'm at the cookout, wishing you was here with me.
How about that pregnant?
Wow.
On a couple of the dating profiles, women were like, "Oh, I'm pregnant." I'm looking to build a connection with someone, and you on the lesbian side, but you're like, oh, I have a 2-year-old. The one you remember I told you about that one, and she was like, oh, and I'm what she said, I'm 5 months preggers, and I'm like, what the fuck are you? What?
Right.
Report you, bitch.
And report you. Block and report, bitch.
Wow.
Block and report.
And I tell a woman, any woman that I'm dating, I tell you from the rip, Heather does not fight. Heather will make sure that we get home. If something popping off, you can find me in the fucking car. That's where I'm going. So you throw all the hands you want to. I'm not fighting nobody.
She sound like Pharrell. Did you hear the Pharrell interview?
What's happening?
What you say about snitching and shit?
So you're not fighting?
What am I? I'm 35 years old. What
That
am I
got
like
nothing to do
fighting
with
somebody? Why am I fighting? Why am I fighting at 35? Who am I fighting?
They took the last mozzarella stick.
Wow.
No, she
I
said.
got my stimulus check. I buy some more shit.
There's a lot of millionaires.
Uncle Joe ain't give me mine yet.
All in the mix.
But I think it just goes into like
That type of protection, though. Like, and I was talking about abusive.
Oh my God.
Why am I hitting you? Why?
Right.
Why am I hitting you? These two. Because if you fuck me up and the cops come,
I'm going to jail.
I'm going to jail. Cause I'm bigger than you.
I'm 5'10" and a half,
I'm the man
240
one.
pounds,
as they
245
say.
pounds.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I explained it to my grandmother. I just gotta throw it out there. I was like, so she's like, well, what do you call yourself? You want to? I was like, no, I'm the man one, and I like girls.
I'm the man.
And she was like, oh.
You gotta break it down that simple.
She can't just say, "Grandma, I'm a lesbian, but I'm a little more dominant, a little more masculine." You can't
So
even
you
say
be a
that
boy,
shit.
but then you got to go through what is a dom. What is a
That's what I'm saying, more
stud?
masculine.
I don't do
That's
that.
what I'm saying. You gotta
I
say
keep
more
it real
masculine.
basic.
Like right now we on here, and the question was, can you tell me what a stud is? And I just had to say what a stud is.
First episode, right?
Oh yeah, John. I keep
A
forgetting.
stud,
about that.
a
Yeah,
stud is
go ahead,
a
John.
dom, right?
No, yeah. Oh, look at you! Look.
Okay, John.
I've been listening for how long? I gotta learn some shit.
Right. But it's just different terminology. That's more of a southern
So y'all
thing.
so everybody likes femmes, or you like doms too? Can a dom like another dom?
Yeah, that's lucky stuff. That stud on stud stuff. And Heather now, because Heather
sound
said she
like
would do it too.
Sound like a
You
category.
said that last week. Lucky.
I said I
Lucky.
wouldn't.
Did she not say that last week?
I
Lucky.
wouldn't not.
I'm gonna
date
tell
a
you, I
stud.
had dreams about her saying that, and
Thank
I
you.
remember she said it. I was like,
Because my
wrong with
brother
stud on
said it to
stud?
me.
nothing. Because when we get naked, we both look the same. Well, we don't not really.
They're
'cause
trying, and I'm
got
becoming
big
more
ones.
accepting of that
So you're
ideology.
not with that shit?
No. I'm very. I told you, I'm very.
She's a
traditional.
Republican.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
Republican, a liberal
Wow.
actually. I'm very, very.
So you like
traditional.
Barbie dolls?
Oh,
No,
Yes.
They just have to be very. They just have to be very attractive.
Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
have.
Yes. You
She
do.
likes Barbie dolls.
Don't do that. Yes, you do.
I have attraction is a big
Patrice,
thing for me.
you like Barbie
You
dolls.
like the Barbie. Shut up. Just stop.
So Rihanna
You
is
like
like
Barbies.
she on
Yeah.
your list.
Rihanna is not cute.
Rihanna.
I'm sorry.
No, not Rihanna.
Rihanna is not
She
pretty.
is just cute. That's why I give her. I don't give her nothing.
I don't
else.
even give her that.
Damn.
She got a predator forehead, and she don't look right without
Tiana
makeup.
Taylor's not cute to
Not
me.
the
It's like I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I have a different. I don't know.
Okay,
It's
I'm gonna be
it's
honest.
sexual
Something
appeal,
about the
like-
bone structure in Tiana Taylor is very
Yes, it's
mistaken.
very attractive.
Well,
It's
that
the-
stuff, yeah, but
Flexibility
her
is first.
face, I don't really.
And she actually,
give me
I think
puppeteer.
she has very masculine traits.
Yeah, very masculine.
Yeah.
I'm
But she's
surprised
fit.
she
But it
doesn't-
still works.
But that she say she's bisexual because I know that they
She
bring women
sure
into
is.
their bedrooms.
I know y'all
Girl,
seen her in
girl,
Kalani
bring
video.
my
No, did you
Yo.
see her in fucking Drea from Basketball
each other
Wives on
down,
the
you
stage?
heard
Oh
No,
my
you
God.
should see her in Kalani video. Listen to
I
me.
got it.
down. Looking each other down.
Woo.
Who is I gotta see. But
Tiana Taylor and Kehlani.
We got
I
like
gotta
10
sit.
more minutes left. I just didn't know if
We got what?
No.
You ain't even look at your list today.
I know
I
I've
was
been
like-
going because
Oh, you
we
have?
been on it.
Okay.
I got this.
Oh, come on, John. Question. Come on. You got more for us?
No,
Nah, y'all really
my question
help.
to you is that do you feel like men can be intimidated by us, by the fact that like I guess because it's just like I've heard so many ignorant men, come with the stereotype that y'all taking all the females. Even the TikTok that you sent me the other day, it was about like the guy was sitting there listening and the Don was explaining like, nigga, we ain't trying to take y'all females. It's just that y'all ain't doing y'all females rights, and then they come to us and get the both sides of it.
So like a real man, no, because the people that somebody likes you, they like you. It has nothing to do with me. I think a lot of times it's just like I said, we go back to that male ego. So no, I don't care.
Right.
This is more like, for example, I grew up in church a lot and in a very homophobic environment.
Right.
So what happened is growing in my 20s, later 20s, I had to really unlearn a lot of the homophobic shit I was taught.
Right.
Because people in my family, I found out were gay, and I'm just like, so I don't love them now?
Right.
So that's really the thing. Love is love. So I'm
Yeah.
like, if somebody loves somebody, who are we really to say? Am I all for it? I can't get with it 100%. But I'm not going to go outside and say gay bash people or say,
Right.
oh, you shouldn't do what you. Like, who am I? Like, who the fuck am I to tell you how you should live your life?
Right.
But it took a lot of unlearning because a lot of that shit is ingrained in your fucking
Just like
head.
racism and
Church,
anyone,
especially in church.
Oh, which is
Yeah.
I got a question
in
for
the
you.
past is began.
But you know, I'm
Yes, they do.
a
I got a
tap
question for you, John.
booty
Go ahead.
tappers.
So what would you and your group of friends think if one of your homeboys started dating somebody like Treese?
Here we go.
What happened?
On me.
This guy really.
I think.
How would you look at
It's
that?
a wide variety because
I hope y'all
I
can
think
see my face over here on this podcast.
Yeah, this guy
So-
really weird.
I guess as a man, who people date is really not none of my business. But let's just dive into it. Anyway.
We know something.
It will probably be a judgment.
Yeah.
It will probably be somebody saying like, "Yo," that's it, and that "yo" means everything.
Everything.
Like yo, and
Nigga, fuck you doing?
yeah. Whoa, what's good?
What's going on?
And I'm not gonna lie to you, we haven't grown. Like especially black men, we have not grown.
Nah, and a lot of things are funny.
Oh yeah, everything's funny, but it's not funny though.
Right.
But it's not jokes until if you're never serious. I always tell people that if you're never serious about shit, you can't just joke your way through fucking life.
Right.
You gotta be serious at some point.
Yeah.
I want to
So you
comment
right.
on Tree's question that she asked you because I actually had this conversation today, and I asked the question once again at work. Mr. Mark, shout out. I said, "Yo, same thing you said. What is with the intimidation?
Mm-hmm.
The reality is, situation is, a man can't compete with a woman, and a woman can't compete with a man.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing to him was, well, if you can't compete with that, because the real question was, if your mate came home and said, hey, I love you, but from time to time, I'm gonna ask you, here we go.
Oh shit.
Take your. I don't want to. I don't want to play with your wife.
No, you good.
If she came home and she said, "Hey, look, I love you. I'm in love with you, but from time to time, yeah, I like to go fish over there." You know what I'm saying? And she said, "Well, you can come fish with me." What would be your response to that?
So you saying basically if she want to mess with another woman?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the woman looked like that.
So
Real shit.
I didn't say that.
no, that helps though. That's perspective.
Because that's what you don't think
So,
about.
so first and foremost,
Let's
first thing I'm
ask
gonna
the
say-
question how I asked it first. She don't look like that. She like a girl.
No, it don't matter how she look. First
Okay,
and
go
foremost, I know I'm losing like eating pussy. I know I'm probably never gonna do that shit better than a woman. So for the first and foremost, that can't be my go-to at all because I know once a woman, this is what I hear. Once a woman get ate up by another woman, you might as well, a man never will be able to do what another woman can do to her.
Right.
Okay, stop. Because that was his exact response. So let me stop
That's
you.
very true though.
Let me stop you. That's like saying, okay, so I look at sex differently. And how I look at sex is like this. Sex is physical.
Right.
What you are mentally to somebody is completely different. If you can mentally, that's why I can date different people. I wouldn't date a guy, but I can date different type of women and trans men. So I guess I would date a guy. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, if we can have a mental connection, mental stimulation,
That's paramount.
it's completely different. So when he said that to me, I said, well, let me ask you this. So I'm gonna come with you to part 2. Y'all can all answer this. Which one would you be quicker to forgive and move on? Your girl comes home and she says, hey, I got drunk, and y'all can insert whatever it is, another female or a guy, it doesn't matter, just insert whatever. I got drunk last night, and while I was drinking, I met this person, insert who, guy, woman, and I slipped up, and we had sex, and I'm coming to you and telling you, right? That's scenario 1. Scenario 2. This guy at my job that I've been knowing for a while, we had a company party, I was drinking, and I slipped up, and we had sex. Which one are you quicker to forgive?
I'm not forgiving either.
Yeah.
If you have to. If you have to.
If I have
If
to,
you have to.
I would say the first one.
The first
If
one.
I had to.
Okay, hold your reason of why.
I would say, I have to say something. I have to say something else.
No, you gotta hold it.
But what I will say is, first and foremost, I look at cheating as more of a character issue than it is the act.
Yeah, but it's not about cheating. It's deeper than that. What I'm getting to. So pick your scenario.
I would have to go with the first one.
The first one.
Because the work thing kind of makes shit a little hairy.
First, I'm going first too. Even though I ain't
Why?
shit.
Because honestly, my reason is most females, they really don't know what they want inside.
Okay.
Sometimes it could be that situation.
That's some true shit.
Let me tell you what is deeper than that. It goes to this. Because one is a spontaneous situation and one is a relationship. This is a connection. Right. You've been around this person. You and this person have bonded.
Now I see what
this is a connection.
So he was emotionally dating.
But this is emotional.
And
this
you
is a
gotta go back
connection.
to that job.
Yeah, I definitely
you gotta go back to that job. But also to your point, to your point is that I said this on the first show. Feminine women have the advantage or the benefit to cheat way more than I feel like dominant women do, because I've experienced this in the past. Is that feminine women can go to the club, rub on girls' breasts, boobs, grind on them, if they out with their homegirl, oh, me and such and such kissed, and it's nothing, and this, that, and the other. Now, if I take these lips and I go out to the club, and John, I'm pretty sure your wife gonna tell you the same thing. Let you put your lips on another woman because you drunk and you having fun. It's not happening. But because it's a feminine woman and they so fluid, then it's, it was just out of fun. Why are you being so serious? And all of that. When I was in the club with my girl,
that's not out of fun. I'm gonna get upset.
And she dancing with another feminine woman, and then she pulls me in. Now, naturally, I'm living my best life right now, but at the same time, let me go a step forward and pull on that other woman closer than I'm pulling on her, or I say, well, what's up with y'all? I'm disrespectful, and it's a problem.
Right. But I think one thing that's important is you gotta have clear boundaries, and I think people, like you said, sometimes women don't know how to make up their mind. Everybody needs to make up their mind, because the thing is, men, you're raised in a black and white environment.
Yep.
You can't do all this flim-flam. Women have the luxury of fluidity. Thinking one thing this morning, tomorrow night is different. Men don't have that luxury.
You think so?
I know so.
Yeah, I know so. I'm agreeing 100%.
You don't have.
No. I'm cool with you with the luxury part, but I mean, for me, it's respect.
Well, it is respect. Ultimately,
it's respect.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's about respect. Because if you really respect me and you really care about me, then I ain't got to worry about you going out in here. I don't care if it's your best friend. You ain't gonna put your lips on it because you ain't gonna want me to do the same thing to you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, if a woman do some stuff like that, she not respecting you, who you are, or your union, for that matter. So therefore, she need to hit the door.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, let's talk about it. We be okay. We say all of this, what we saying right now. But then as soon as we see two femmes and they bumping and grinding on each other and playing with each other, and if you were single and you out and two girls come at you and they coming at you together, you the man. Be real. Society, you the man. You got two chicks. She the girl. She got two chicks. That's the man. Got two chicks.
So I would appreciate it.
Come on, it goes both ways.
Long as ain't neither one of them.
I love that response.
Long as I would appreciate it, but long as ain't neither of them going home with me, and ain't neither of them my woman, because I'm not going for that shit. And everybody's just like,
that's come with older. That's come with growth.
But that came in my relationship.
Could you say that how many years ago? If I asked the old trees
you can ask any of them hoes. Ain't none of them was ever okay with knowingly letting them going out here and freak on any of them. It was never any of that stuff. I'm not with that. Like I said, I'm very traditional in my mindset and how I'm raised.
I'm not about to tell you I ain't never took two chicks home. I'm lying.
No, I'm not saying took two chicks home.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I asked you.
Yeah, I said if they single, that's one thing. I said, but if they're my chick, I'm not with that.
Oh, no doubt. That's disrespectful.
I think within a relationship,
what happened?
Either way, man or woman, woman or woman, whatever you want to do, and you got to be careful to like the third party or the energy you bring into your relationship, though, because energy is everything.
Exactly.
So it's once you sometimes allow certain energy, it's kind of hard
to get it out.
Yeah. So threesome's fun and all, but what kind of energy is that person bringing to your shit?
You open that door and it's like people say all the time. You open.
I'm just saying, if you bring a third person into some shit, you gotta be careful of the energy.
My motto is, if I'm really serious with this person, like
it's just us.
It's just us.
Yeah.
And if I'm not enough,
my concern is the emotional part.
Yeah.
Like if we just dating, we just loosely, you know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
People,
yeah.
It's fun. But if I'm in a serious, committed situation, we locked in. I mean, that's up to us too. If you want to bring somebody else, but I'm sorry, I can't do.
That's interesting.
Another dude, but you can bring another girl, but I'm worried about the emotional part.
Right. So that's why let's go back to you with the poly situation. That's why a lot of time poly don't work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody got your
it
please.
don't
It's
work.
hard.
Yeah.
I know a few people that's really successful at it, but at the same time,
That's people who
I
actually are
couldn't
into
see-
poly, not looking for
Right.
threesomes and hookups.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm a one woman man. When I'm with somebody, I'm with somebody.
Say that.
That's
So-
real shit.
So let's wrap this up. So one, I want to just
This
say
can go
thank
on
you
forever.
to yes,
This
it can
is-
because there's so many things. I was thinking about questions to ask
Yeah, I
you
had a
about the
question
poly shit too.
in my head.
But we gotta wrap this up.
And also, that's a lot. That poly
shit is a lot.
I
Yeah,
watched
it
it.
is.
I'm stressed. I'm stressed
A
out
lot
by
of
that
money.
shit.
I don't know why.
It's a lot of money.
It's becoming more
a
acceptable.
lot of time.
Yeah.
Because emotional time spent with a person is a lot.
You ain't never getting it back. You ain't ever
Hell
getting it
no.
back.
Hell no.
So to give that to two people, I would be fucking tired. That's a job. That's
I tip
two
my hat
jobs.
to people
Why?
who really do it.
Why do
You know what I'm
y'all?
saying?
Why do y'all say that?
You don't
Have
have
you
an
ever been
endless.
in a-
You think you have an endless emotional supply?
I've been in a poly, so you can't ask me that.
Not for a long time though.
Yes, I was.
Look, you just was in it
So-
this
so you
recently.
were
You was
able
in it for
to-
years, and you weren't married, nor did you have kids and all of that stuff. That's not.
It's
it.
not, but it's not as strenuous as you think it is.
I'm gonna speak for myself.
Let's talk about it next podcast.
I barely have enough energy.
I'm gonna bring a
one.
guest.
For one, especially if she got multiple personalities.
Allow me to bring a guest next
I just know
podcast. We're
my
gonna have a
personality.
conversation about
I
it.
can't do that. Pop.
It's
I
too
just
much,
know my
and
personality.
I'm trying to build an empire.
I tip my
I ain't
hat to
got
people who
enough
can do it.
for that.
It's a lot of money.
It's a
You
lot
know
of-
where I stand.
You know, I'm money too, John.
I don't
Why
know how y'all
over
feel.
there?
Why do you feel?
I'm over here. What y'all
I
talking
tip my
about?
hat to people who can do it.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? Who did it?
Hold
No,
on.
there's a lot of. It's not a lot of money.
No. What?
So let me
I have
ask
a
you a
little lavish
question.
lifestyle.
So listen.
How do you divvy up time if somebody want all your time?
Listen.
If both of them want all your time, how do you?
They
divvy
don't
up time?
both. That doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
It's
See,
no rules.
that's
I
the
think you generate
that's
your
the
own rules, though, right?
misconception. The misconception is I got two women. I got to please both of them all day long. Both of them. It doesn't work that way.
I beg to differ because any woman that I have engaged with, she wants my time.
Yeah, she might
And
want
she
your
wants
time,
my
but guess-
time. And I gotta give them that
But you
time
keep
because
forgetting
if
that they
not-
want each other's time.
But still, I'm a
You
different
keep
person.
forgetting that
I'm
part.
not you. I'm not her. I'm not him. I'm not her.
But that's
somebody's
not
bond
how.
is strong.
But
You
once
at work.
again, that's not how poly works. It doesn't.
You gotta bring somebody on.
You gotta bring somebody on here because I'm not gonna take
I
your word
am.
for it because I need
That's-
somebody
okay, that's
that's in
fine.
it, that's successful, and I'm talking more than a year. I'm talking with kids, established household together, everything. I don't want in here where you live one person, another person lives the other place. No, established in the house together,
Lives
everything.
In a poly lives apart.
But I'm just saying, I want it to be a real traditional poly. No bullshit.
I cannot with her.
That sounds like a lot of
because
work.
it's just a lot of work in my
It's
opinion.
really-
I
it's
can
really
barely
not.
used to cheat with the amount of women I used to cheat with. Shit, have you?
Cheat,
It's a lot.
girl.
I'm not a good liar, so I stay out of that cheating business.
Me
but
too, because I forget what I just told you
I'm
5
not
minutes
good.
ago.
I stay out of
Right.
that business.
I'd rather not be in a relationship if we want to cheat.
So that's what I'm
Right.
saying. So it's a lot of energy,
man.
emotional energy that has to be split when you do those things. I can only imagine how it would be in a pilot.
that shit gotta
Shit,
go.
even having a child and working a full job and still having a partner is a lot of fucking energy to give out to all of these different people in different facets. It's a lot, and you test. And I noticed
Okay.
that for raising
I mean,
my
well,
own
let
child,
me just say
taking it
this to
home
you.
her.
It ain't for everybody.
It ain't. It
It's
ain't for
not.
everybody. That's
It
what
is
that's
not.
what me and
No.
John established. Head on. We said it ain't.
Nah,
And
for
Heather,
me,
and
I
we
know
know
that for
Heather.
sure.
It's not.
She
I
said
tip
it ain't
my
for
hat
her.
to the people who can do it, who did it, or who doing it now.
I'm gonna be
You know what
real
I'm
with you
saying?
and tell you I like it better.
That's
Up to you. Look, we're gonna get your poly person on here, and we're gonna talk about it. But to end this, I want to just say thank you to our
Appreciate you.
guests this week or whatever. I'm really
Anytime.
happy that we got to tap into the male mindset and hopefully dismantle a lot of the stereotypes and the misconceptions that come along with males, dominant females, and transgender men. And hopefully more questions come, and we'll be able to answer those questions and be able to continue this thing going.
Big
So
facts.
I'm gonna let John go ahead and do his thing real
Oh,
quick.
no, I appreciate y'all for having me. I've been listening to this podcast obviously every week, so it's fun to be on here. But check me out on Unsolicited Views. We drop every Tuesday on Unsolicited Views. John, you can just find me on Unsolicited Views page. You can just tag me. I'm tagged there everywhere. But I'm also Baltimore Podcast Studio where you record. It's a dope spot. Appreciate y'all for coming and being customers though. We don't take that shit for granted at all.
Yeah, and I appreciate Mel. Like I said, I shouted
Yeah.
Mel out on the first episode. Literally, this was a dream in June to a reality in February. Mel is his co-partner. Also my gym buddy. The three animals in Gainesville, me, Mel, and Norm in Gainesville.
Wow.
We try and get up there. I just want to shout out. I bench pressed 175 today, 4 times.
That's
Anyways,
some real
I'm
shit.
doing my thing. So shout out to Shy. Continue to spread love and spread knowledge about the trans community and your whole transition. Y'all got anything?
Thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate this open conversation.
Good to see y'all again.
Nice to see you too. And
I love having
leave
this.
Your questions and your comments on In the Den podcast. You can find me at _Heather_RT.
The letter N, the Den 24/7. That's the at Gmail. That's the email. I'm Lucky 2469. I like having this masculine energy over there because they agree with me. So come back.
So we just want to say, tell a friend to tell a friend about In the Den. That's our punchline right now. So just continue to pour into us and we pour into you. Subscribe, like, do whatever. We can't go live on YouTube. We found out until we get 1,000 subscribers. So that's a big goal for us right now because we definitely, it'll be a lot easier for us. So we need everybody to go on and like, subscribe. And I think this is a topic that you should let, if you're a heterosexual person, let other heterosexuals know about to really this episode alone. So we out.
All right.
Peace.
You can't go live until 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, and look
man. It say 1,000. Yeah, it is. It say 1,000 subscribers before you can go live on YouTube.
I want to get my brother to come.
Even though we're not recording right now, everything's off, right? Everything's turned off. Why do you feel like poly's a lot of money?